Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Shay, your local numerologist. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And make sure you're subscribed to my other channels, Answers by Queen Spirit and Queen Spirit 1126. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into this. We're doing past life readings for life path 4 today. So our life path 4s are the builders of society, okay? Things are done on your back. Now, life path, being a life path 4 doesn't make you spiritually inclined, right? So that may be somewhere else in your chart, maybe your numerology chart, or maybe your astrological chart. You may have some kind of spirituality there. However, it's not presented in the life path 4, which means that your destiny, right, isn't built off of spirituality. Now, one thing to keep in mind about that is that a life path 4 is able to see the bigger picture without their emotions involved, kind of like see the inner workings of things, kind of like see the cogs and see where the cog of the machine is going, see the cog in the machine. It's kind of like that saying, where people can't see the forest from the trees. You guys can see the individual trees and the forest. You know how things work, the inner workings of things, and you know how they apply to the bigger picture. All right, so, oh goodness, create some peace, and we got opposite day. Okay, so what I get. So, first of all, Opposite Day is a song by Meg Thee Stallion, and I'm not sure that I wrote this card before or after that, but in my head, I'm like hearing Meg Thee Stallion rap, okay? So, what I'm getting is that I feel like you guys in the past life, you went out of your way to create peace for other people. To bring solace to other people. So I do feel like in the past life you were a builder, right? And I do feel like it has some kind of empathic connotations that you built for people who were less fortunate. So maybe you were building for the homeless, maybe you were hiding people who were being looked for, or you were creating some kind of situation where people kind of, they felt like you were a safe haven, I think is the word I'm looking for, right? So opposite day is now giving me night, seeing the moon. So a lot of this you did in the cover of night. So I get that some of you guys worked that night because you couldn't be seen during the day. I am also getting like this prostitution vibe. No offense. I mean, I don't know why the fuck you would be offended for some shit you did in the past life. It was you, but you know, you never know with people. I am getting a prostitution vibe with some of you guys. Like you used to be a prostitute, work at night. Maybe give some kind of peace or solace to some of your clients or customers. You could have also been like some kind of witch in a past life. I think that you were very spiritual in a past life, and that's the part of you that maybe you dove too much into, right? It's giving me Scorpio South Node. Create some peace. Let's clarify. Okay. Look at all these 4s, y'all. We got 24, 14, and 44. Cannot ignore the 4s, and there are 4 of them, right? So we have 4 4s that we're looking at. And you are life path 4. Well, I'll be damned, y'all. I'll be damned. So anyway, there is definitely a vibe here of a foundation, right? The 4 is foundation, 4 is boundaries. This makes me feel like there was some kind of search for you. Maybe you ran off with a lover. Maybe you connected with somebody that you shouldn't have. But I do get that people were looking for you. Okay. And maybe you were the ones that had to hide under the cover of night to either be at peace or be in a space with somebody that you loved. All right. So this 24 over here, this is a connection with the swans. This is about lovers, but it also gives this vibe of having some kind of face off, right? Because they're like in each other's face, ready to have a face off. So I also get this vibe that you were definitely in this energy of fighting with someone about your love, fighting with someone for your love, receiving this message of concern because you were with someone that you had no business being with, right? And you were being looked for, you were being identified, someone was trying to end this relationship. I get a very immature energy here, like there was just somebody who was very closed-minded, right? Being closed-minded is immature, right? You could sum it up to not having enough experience, not being empathetic to what other people feel, not being able to put yourself in other people's shoes. That's where closed-mindedness comes from, and it is a very immature energy. It's very immature. So let's see what else is going on. Clarify, create some peace. Okay, so we have the 7 of discs in reverse, and then we have a 5 of cups. All right, so we do have these fives matching up here. So this is a 6, 5, and this one down here was 8. So we have 7 and 5. All right, so anyway, the 7 of discs in reverse speaks to being overly analytical or not being able to be analytical. So having an issue with looking at yourself, seeing what's going on, and replacing that with something better. Or it could be that you were overly analytical of yourself, meaning that you look down on yourself a lot, you talk down on yourself. Either way, they are both extremes, right? You need to be able to look at yourself and change without being hard on yourself or extra mean to yourself or anything like that. So create peace. I do feel like whatever happened here, we have the 5 of cups in reverse. So there was definitely some healing there, but that means that there was some kind of grief that you went through, right? So this could have been like you being on the side, like a mistress or somebody or something, to somebody that you really cared about. And then finding out about their death, their imprisonment, or simply them not being able to see you anymore, right? And you really taking that personal to the point where you had to figure out a way to create some kind of peace in your own life. All right, which makes me feel that opposite day is about you acting like you don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care anymore. There's no way for me to care. Like, you had to learn how to let it go. All right, so let's pick a couple more cards to create some peace. All right, Spirit, clarify, create some peace. Okay. So I get that you learn some clarity in the error of your ways, right? Because we can love somebody as much as we want to, and you can think that it's all right. Like, for instance, if somebody is in a relationship and they're being abused or they're being mistreated, it's very toxic, and you're like, okay, well, you can fuck me on the side, that's cool and all, but it's not. It's not cool. It's never cool. It yields bad karma, dangerous karma, because people are very serious about their mates, like who we connect with, who we want to be with. You can almost connect that to livelihood, right? Like you can almost connect that to like somebody trying to break into your house or burn it down or something. They're trying to take an integral part of your life away from you. And a lot of people can become violent because of that. And so I really do feel like you got some truth in the error of your ways. I feel like you did get some kind of message about leaving this person alone, or this person no longer being able to see you, and kind of seeing the error in the plans that you were making together. All right. So one thing about this Three of Wands, I feel like you were kind of stuck, right? Because you dealt with somebody that you shouldn't have dealt with, and you were doing it in secret or something like that. You ended up being stuck in a position, something that you really, really wanted, just ended up not working out for you. Okay. And so I also get this vibe of you not not doing things on your own, not being independent, right? And I feel like there was some kind of loss with that as well. So that is definitely giving me it's giving me like Cancer South Node. It's giving me Cancer South Node, like being dependent on somebody else. Okay, so let's pull one more card. Okay, so yes, whatever information you were, man, whatever happened here, somebody really fucked you over. They screwed you, because you were dealing with somebody they didn't want you dealing with, and that's just that. And this was all because you had this vibe that you didn't need or want to take care of yourself, and that somebody else should do it. And this is exactly the reason why in this life, your life path 4, because you can take care of yourself. This is, it's like, it's almost giving you this gaze, like you've had tunnel vision before, but no, not in this life. In this life, you see the broader picture, you see the wider picture. Right? You probably, I was gonna say, you probably had an instance where you were given the opportunity of being a side, or you found out you were a side, and that shit just really pissed you off, right? I also get that you have really taken this, you've taken this idea of being first and being your own boss or something like that. I would also like to say, right, 4 is 16. 16 is that number, abuse of love, right? So I feel like there was a lot of situations where you could have took advantage of the love that somebody gave you, or somebody else took advantage of love. But in that life, love was not respected the way that it should have been. It was always contingent on something else. And that something isn't like, okay, well, you treating me well, you being there for me, you being compassionate or anything like that. It's like you have this, or you're in this position, or something like that. Something that has nothing to do with love. So let's go ahead and clarify opposite day. Spirit, let's clarify opposite day. Okay, so I feel like somebody was headed in the wrong direction. I keep in my mind, I keep hearing, I'm so fucking scared of you bitches on opposite day. Oh man, so somebody's headed in the wrong direction, right? So what I get is that, and even in this life, guys, we have issues, right, with what will actually make us happy, and those things that are presented to us and that tell us that it'll make us happy. I say this all the time. People be like, oh yeah, nice house, nice car, the whatever, kids or no kids, if you don't want kids, whatever the case may be, like, oh yeah, that'll make me happy. But there's nothing that's outside of you that can make you happy. You know what I'm saying? Happiness starts from within. And see, the issue I have here, we have double sixes here, is that you had to learn in the past life not to put your happiness on other people or other things. And this was something that was very difficult because you had lived so much of your life for other people. I get that you were like in the center. Like, man, I'm telling you, you were in the center. We got a lot of threes now. Okay, so we have 4 4s in the beginning. Now I see 4 3s, which comes to the number 12, which is a number about you using what you have to connect to spirit. So spirit is like that, and that equals fucking 3. That's crazy. So it's this vibe that you had to learn that your spirituality was important, right? Love is important, empathy is important, but it's not the only thing that's important. And also that love starts from within, that the love that you have has to be an anchor for yourself. The love that you have can't anchor anybody else in. And that's one of those things that is hard to kind of realize when you lose somebody you love, whether it's in death or whether it's just because they're tired of this relationship or you're tired and you just want to walk away, is that love isn't going to keep anybody around, period. There are always other circumstances that have to be played out, that have to be listened to. And also, I'm getting about this direction about building your happiness on other people. You were going the wrong way. You were going the wrong way. You were kind of giving in to this idea of what other people thought your life should look like. So let's go ahead and clarify opposite day. Whoa. We got fulfillment, manifestation. Wow, these cards are jumping out. We got the 4 of Swords. Wow. We got the 5 of Discs. I'm going to start right there. I'll probably pull one more card. But, okay. So I get that you guys manifested exactly what you wanted, right? Exactly what you wanted, but it wasn't what you wanted, right? We deal with this a lot of times. You know how they say, be careful what you wish for, be careful what you ask for. You absolutely should, because what you wanted was a companion, somebody to be by your side, somebody to hold you when you weren't feeling good about yourself. But what you created was this environment of distrust and dishonesty because you were a secret or you had to keep a secret. With the 5 of Discs in reverse, I do feel like you were somehow paid to walk away. I do feel like that. I feel like part of this standoff is because somebody sent you money to get you to walk away from somebody else. And the love, it didn't mean that much to you. Somebody else misused their love. It's so crazy. Like somebody paid you to walk away. And if they ain't pay you in money, they paid you in property. They really paid you to walk away. For some of you guys, they threatened you as well. I definitely get the payment, but they could have been like, you know what? And if you stay, you're going to die or you're going to end up in jail or, you know, life is just going to end a lot worse for you. I do get that. So this is somebody that they cared about. That's what I hear the most, is that this is somebody that they celebrated with. Okay, so this could have been their actual mate, the person they were married with, or 2, paid you to walk away. This was somebody that they also cared about, that wanted you to walk away. It was very hurtful for you and this person. Very, very hurtful. So let's see what's going on. Let's get you advice for this current life that you're living right now, honey. What is the advice? Got our Angel Oracle cards. Let's see what they're saying, honey. I'll take that one. Inner child healing. Okay, so you guys might have faced some kind of separation, abandonment, right? As children, right? And I would venture to say that most of us face abandonment as children. However, yours was more significant And it kind of hit a little harder because you've been abandoned before, right? So that makes me feel like this person could have even lied to you when they paid you to go away. They could have lied about what that other person was doing or whatever the case may be, which it doesn't feel like you should have been dealing with them in the first place. But Spirit is like, you need to heal your inner child. And I'm getting healing past lives because even though in our like conscious mind we don't always feel our past lives, it's always in our subconscious. Once you start doing past life regression, you'll see that there are some lives that you don't even want to go into because before you even start, that shit hurts. And you're like, what the fuck? I'm like bawling my eyes out over some shit that didn't even happen in this life. And in the back of your mind, you're like, this is crazy. This isn't even reality. And like, what the fuck? It hurts so bad. It does. It does. And the only reason it hurts so bad is because you need to heal from it. You need to come to terms with it. And it's not about, oh yeah, I was right, or oh yeah, I was wrong. A lot of times in life, that shit doesn't even matter. At the end of the day, you have to heal from the pain that you've had and you've endured. And that's what this is. Not only grounding yourself, but you guys have to do some past life regression work in this life. All right. Spirit said, do the work. Be dedicated to it. Do the work, honey. Okay. So it is part of your calling. That's what I'm getting here with this 8 of this and this judgment, which is coming out to 2 and a 10. Do your past life regression. Okay. Come to terms with the things that have happened. Come to terms with your past, right? Even the things in this past. Understand that these endings push you forward to a transition in life, to these new things. And then really recognize how you can be more responsible for your own, for your inner self, for your heart, for your mental stability. Learn how you can be more responsible for yourself. All right, so that's all I have for Life Path 4s. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you next time.